I am so excited we are starting our last unit all about our Earth. One of the first things we're going to talk about is plant life cycles. Now I have to tell you, Miss R loves planting. That's right, I actually have a greenhouse outside and I started planting my seeds a couple weeks ago. Once we go over our plant life cycle, I'd like to take you out to my greenhouse and you can see the different stages that my plants are in. We're going to take a look at our worksheets that we have for this week. The first one is a list of all the vocabulary we're going to use to figure out the plant life cycle. Now, the first picture, anybody know what that is? That's right, it's seeds. You're going to trace the words. You'll also color in the pictures. So our first one, seeds. The next stage is when the seed starts to grow something. This is called germination. Can you say that with me? Germination. A lot of times we don't really see the seed germinating because it's happening underground. It's in the soil. But we know it's happening because suddenly something starts to grow out of the ground. It's called a sprout. The sprout is going to start growing some leaves. This is called a seedling. A seedling is like a baby plant. The seedling is going to start growing more leaves. As it grows a little more leaves, it becomes a young plant. And then it grows lots of leaves, and it's an adult plant. You're going to trace all the words and color in the pictures. You also have some large vocabulary cards. You're going to color in those pictures, and you can cut them out. Now, Miss R has already used some of these tiny ones that you're going to use to fill in the plant life cycle, and I colored them in on my paper. We're going to see if we can put this in the correct order. Now, can you help me with this one? Excellent. Now, what do you suppose we start with? Seeds. That's right. I'm going to take the seeds and put it all the way at the top. Now, what happens as a seed starts to grow? Does it automatically become a sprout? Not yet. There's something that's happening underground. That's right, that's that big word, germination. So a seed germinates. What happens after germination? Something starts to grow out of the ground. We have a sprout. Excellent. Now, seeds, germination, sprout. What do you suppose is next? We have adult plant, seedling, or young plant. The seedling will come next. Seeds, germination, sprout, seedling. What happens as it starts growing more leaves? It becomes a young plant. And then it becomes an adult plant. And guess what the adult plant produces? More seeds. And we can start this all over again. Seeds, germination, sprout, seedling, young plant, adult plant. You have the picture of the plant life cycle. You also have the little cards. You're going to color in the cards, cut them out, and you're going to put them in the right order. Now, underneath there's a box. What do you suppose is going to go in that box? The words. That's right. You're going to have to label each picture. Now, you do have your big vocabulary cards, and each one has the words underneath that you can use. You could also use your Trace the Words page if you would like. Lots of different ways. Would you like to come see my greenhouse now? Come on. Welcome to my greenhouse. Let's go inside.
It's nice and toasty in here. But it did get a little cold overnight, so I'm hoping my plants will be okay. I have lots of seedlings over here and a couple of sprouts. Some of them I'm hoping is in the germination phase. You can see some of these empty pots. Those are the ones I already planted seeds in, and I'm hoping they're germinating. We also have some young plants over here growing. These guys inside the rings are tomato plants. We also have some parsley and basil. In the back over here, those are all peppers. Yummy! And in this section is a bunch of rows of seeds like carrots and parsnips, onions, and lettuce. My fingers are crossed they're gonna grow. So this is my greenhouse. I can't wait for everything to grow.